Here are 4 of the most common non-native animals in the UK. Most people think that number 3 and 4 are both native. Until 1876 there was only one species of squirrel in the UK, the red squirrel, but then those pesky Victorians had other ideas. They brought the larger, more dominant grey squirrel over from North America and started to release it to their stately gardens. This continued from the 1870s all the way through to the 1930s. Sadly, they carried a disease that was fatal to reds, and as grey squirrels spread across the country, red squirrels were pushed out. In recent years, there have been calls to cull grey squirrels in some parts of the UK, and I suspect that this may happen in the future. Common or ring-necked pheasants are native to Asia, from the Black Sea all the way through to China, but they've been in and out of the UK for a long time. They were first brought to the country by the Romans around 2,000 years ago, but there isn't any proof that these birds colonised the wild. They may have been kept in cages and enclosures only. However, just over 1,000 years later, the Normans had another idea and released them into the wild. This was mostly for food, but these days they are reared in captivity and then released to be hunted for sport. Between 30 and 40 million are released every year. You might be surprised to hear that the European rabbit is not actually native to the UK. These originate in Spain and Portugal and had a similar introduction story to pheasants. There's evidence that they were brought to the country by the Romans 2,000 years ago, but they didn't colonise the wild in any numbers until after the Norman conquests. Although they can sometimes be seen as a pest, rabbits are also looked at as a keystone species in some areas. Their grazing and burrowing creates a mosaic of habitats that favours a wide diversity of native plants and invertebrates. Of all the species in this video, the brown hare has probably been in the UK for the longest. They were definitely here 2,000 years ago, but there is evidence that they may have first made it to the country in the Iron Age. Like rabbits and pheasants, they were brought here to be eaten, but they didn't need to travel that far. Brown hares are native to France and most of continental Europe. They are now considered naturalised here and don't have any known negative impacts on native species. Well, did you know that brown hares and rabbits were non-native? Follow me for more wildlife.